Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is WestRoadSal, and today we're reviewing a wrestler comp of WWE's, not a wrestling pay-per-view. We are reviewing John Morrison, Rockstar, made by WWE. I truly think that if they pushed him, if he stayed in the company, if they didn't release him, he could have done much better. So you get his matches before he really hit his stride on you. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You get 8 matches on here, and with segments in between, which I didn't really care for. There's one of the segments is him at a surfing shop. They show you how to make a surfboard. Do you really think he plays like he knows the guy in the surf shop? You really think he knows the guy in the surf shop? No, me neither. So I skipped over those stupid segments in between matches. The matches are pretty decent. So let's get started. The first matchup is John Morrison versus CM Punk for the ECW Championship. This is when WWE took over ECW in the late 07 and 08 and 09, but that was terrible. Good matchup. Nice technical wrestling at start. Not too fancy. Just pure submissions and arm breakers, stuff like that. You know, strikes. The pace keeps up with the technical aspect of the match. It picks up the pace midway through, though. Rough strikes by both. Stiff, nice, enduring match. There's plenty of spots too. As I said, they bring up the pace midway through the match. GTS though, 1, 2, 3, CM Punk won. So it was short, but the pacing was nice and the wrestling was nice. So I gave it 3.5 through 4 out of 5. Quite on the short side, but picked up halfway through. The wrestling was good. The next match we had was Miz and Morrison versus D-Generation X. Now, this was very short. Tell me who wins. Of course, D-Generation X wins. Who goes over D-Generation X? Nobody. Vince doesn't let them. Triple H won't let anybody go over D-Generation X. Come on. This was in 08. Do you really think they wouldn't let a team go over them? It's very short, but nice back and forth between Shawn Michaels and John Morrison. Shawn Michaels obviously knows how to sell clothesline. One clothesline, he flips 3 times over. So he knows how to sell it. I've never seen a wrestler sell moves like Shawn Michaels does. He sometimes overdoes it, but he's quite a good seller. On the DVD, for some reason they cut midway through the match and they went from the first part to the 3 parts, to the third part. I mean, so you could tell maybe it was a commercial, but I do think they cut midway through because they didn't do that on any other match. Morrison actually hits the super kick on Shawn Michaels, which was nice to watch, because something happened that was astray from the norm for that match. Triple H gets pedigree. 1, 2, 3. It's over. So it was short, but there was a couple of nice moments. But I was expecting more, because as much as they were pushing Miz and Morrison, they could have let this match go on for a bit longer. The next match we had was John Morrison versus Evan Bourne. Now this had a nice pace. It was faster than slow, and then faster than slow. There was crazy innovation in this match throughout. John Morrison runs, and Evan Bourne's on the ropes. Brutal knee to a face. Evan Bourne goes flying onto the ramp on the outside. Really nice. Crazy spots, and there's another spot where both of them are in the ring, and I think Evan Bourne spears John Morrison, and they go flying through the ropes out onto the outside. Really nice. Modified torture rack by Morrison. Evan Bourne counters with head scissors, which was nice as well. Both of them are struggling to get the upper hand at the start of the match, but it turns out really nice. John Morrison wins with a moonlight drive off the top rope. 1, 2, 3, done. This was the second best match on DVD. You'll see it. You'll believe me when you see it for yourself. It was really nice. I give it a 3.5 through 4 out of 5. The best match on DVD was John Morrison versus, I think, CM Punk. Yes, it was CM Punk. What was I up to? Man, I got lost. John Morrison versus Chris Jericho for the Intercontinental Championship, WWE Superstars, June 11, 2009. Nice pace going, nice back and forth. Corkscrew to outside from the ring. You got a backbreaker a side Russian leg sweep combo by John Morrison. It was short. Jericho won by holding John Morrison's tights. So he was a heel. It was short, but there was a nice bitch in there, just like every other match on this DVD, except the two matches that stood out for me. 3 out of 5. The next match we had was John Morrison versus Edge, rookie versus experience. This was on SmackDown. Obviously, Edge was mainly on SmackDown those years. Strength and endurance match, you could tell. There was a couple of nice spots, but the ring sounded broken and tinny, you know what I mean? There was a nice spot, stiff kick to face from John Morrison to Edge, which knocked Edge out of the ring. Edge performed the sharpshooter, Bret Hart. Spear, the first spear was countered by Morrison, jumps and a leg kick straight to face, but then a little on the match, there was a definite spear. 1, 2, 3. Edge won. Good, pretty long. Spear ended it. I wished it would have went past of the first finisher from either of them, but oh well. 3.5 through 4 out of 5 again. These matches are good. I just wish some of them would go a little bit longer. The next match was John Morrison versus CM Punk, the match I told you about. Handshake to start up. Technical for a long time, but finally they quickened up the pace for bits here and there. Evenly matched, good close calls. They both get out of pin right when you think it's going to be 3, so that added to the match. John Morrison won this match, but he didn't win CM Punk's World Heavyweight Championship. But he won. So it was like a bitter taste in your mouth. You like, John Morrison should have won the title, but it wasn't a title match. So they sold it at the end. They sold it like, oh, he beat the champion, but he didn't win the title. So I don't know why they would do that. There was a lot of technical wrestling. Moonsaults, though, I mean, there was technical, and then the pace picked up, and it sort of went into acrobatic, flippy, flexy stuff, you know? Flippy, flexy stuff. 3.5 out of 5. 3.5, yeah, that's what I said. God. John Morrison versus Jeff Hardy. Now, this was a World Heavyweight title match. This was the second to last match on the DVD. World Heavyweight title match, SmackDown, July 31st, 2009. Jeff Hardy's nice in this match, believe it or not. Like, you know how he's, like, not into it in many matches? In this match, he's in it. Perfect springboard spot on John Morrison. Pins begin early in the match, only at 2. What do you think? What does he think is gonna be? You know, Jeff Hardy's doing the quick pins at the start of the match. Hardy hits the Whisper in the Ring, and then a leg drop, and it's still a 2. The crowd goes nuts. Hardy goes for a powerbomb spot from ring ropes to floor, but John Morrison won't budge. As there was a match in the beginning, the same spot, John Morrison just won't do it for some reason. I don't know what he has against this certain type of move. He takes Jeff Hardy tried taking John Morrison. He was standing on the ropes. He went underneath him and tried to powerbomb on the floor. He just won't do it. I don't know why. Great match. A Swanton bomb after the Whisper in the Wind. Still 2. It was crazy. And then John Morrison pulled off his finisher as well. And then Jeff Hardy got the upper hand at the end. 1, 2, 3. Swanton and Twist of Fate. On top of everything else I told you about. 1, 2, 3. Jeff Hardy won. This was the best match on the card. I said it was CM Punk, but I was wrong. 4 through 4.5 out of 5. Now, my voice is cracked. Oh, man. Hear that? The last match, if I can get through this, was John Morrison versus Rey Mysterio. Now, this was a nice match to end the DVD. It wasn't too spectacularly, but it showed that John Morrison not only had acrobatic skills, but technical skills. They didn't go too flippy, you know, but a handshake starts a match. Not a lot of commentating. The commentators were focused on watching for some reason in this match. It was for the Intercontinental Championship, and John Morrison did win. Morrison taller, but they both worked well together. There was this weird heelish move in this match, though. John Morrison just out of nowhere throws Rey Mysterio out of the ring. Just throws him through the middle rope. I don't know where that came from, but Mysterio ended up, his mouth started bleeding, you know, but John Morrison won, starts your pain, 1, 2, 3. I get this match 3.5 through 4 out of 5. Same thing as last time. Now, the weird thing about this DVD overall was that John Morrison, he lost more than he won on this card. He won 3 times and he lost 5. So out of the 8 matches, it doesn't look good. I don't know why they made it just yet. there was much more to him than is on here. But I guess they just wanted to cash in on his hyped up gimmick that the crowd really loved. So thanks for watching. This has been WestRoadSal. Rate, comment, subscribe. Peace. See ya.